It's the Praise Party Train coming down the track with your boy, your guy, your dude, Little JoJo right here on Gospel Sundays Radio Show.
Come on, rejoice with us. Nation. Gray Boys. D. Lawrence. Choir music. It's a Chicago thing. Hey. When they what? That's right, y'all. Tell them about it. Say it again. Hey. When they get to. Oh. I like it when you. Come on and say it. Hey. Oh, yeah. Hey. What you gonna say right here? Singing and shouting. Nobody doubt it. When they get to no separation. Yeah. Just one love delegation. Easy said. Hey. Tell them how it's gonna be. That's right, y'all. Now say it like this. I like it when you say it like that. Come on, y'all, tell them. That's right, tell them. Oh. Love everywhere. Red, black, brown, or white. We're all precious in His sight. Hey. Yeah. Come on, let's say it again, y'all. Oh. Yeah. When they get to, let me see you move. Republican. Just one love delegation. That's heaven. Hey. That's what heaven gonna be like. Singing, shouting. Nobody doubt it. Put your hands together. Come on, New D. Take me out with it. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Give it to me. Hey. Just God's love and splendor. That's what it's gonna be. Nobody doubt. Just a lot of singing and shouting. Love everywhere. Joy in the air. That's right, y'all. I feel it. Hey!
Oh, yeah. What a time when all of God's children is going to get together right here on Gospel Sundays radio show. Saying what's up to my Philly family. What's up, King Royale and my homeboy all the way from Texas, David Gaden in the house. How you doing, my brother? Know you're blessed and highly favored. Well, you are now tuned in to Gospel Sundays radio show with your boy, your guy, your dude, little JoJo, and I got my beautiful rib, my sidekick with me, Shot of the Shot Zone. What's up, Shot?
What's up going on, little JoJo? You got me over here blushing.
Oh, blushing? You ain't
After
blushing.
20 years, I'm still blushing.
What? Get out of here. Blushing? Yeah, I see you. Your cheeks turning red. You know, if mama was listening, she said, get a room, y'all. Get a room.
She gonna hit us up in a minute.
Yeah. Well, any old way, y'all know, boy, somebody got paid, and that somebody was me. Yes, sir. It's always good to get that check, so you can pay that rent,
right.
or that mortgage, or that card note, put some food in the refrigerator. Oh, and most of all, pay them tithes and offering.
Well, that's the first thing.
Y'all better get your... Ain't it your daddy? Get your first fruits. You better get them first fruits out. Ain't it your daddy? Yeah, man, I ain't gonna never forget that. Never forget that, boy. That minister was on fire that day, boy. He said, get the Lord your first fruit. Ain't it your daddy? And man, hey man, like we said before, man, there be some funny stuff going on in church, boy. If you just sit down and look around sometimes, boy. Woo! But my brothers and sisters love him to death. Ain't no people like God's people, boy. Right. I tell you, man, in the time of need, especially when you in a ministry, man, that's for real.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, in the time of need, man, they step up to the plate.
Yes.
Ain't no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Well, y'all know what day it is, don't you? It's Friday. It's my favorite day. Oh, my, it's Friday. Ooh-sa. Woo!
Don't you just feel good?
Man, felt like I picked the car up off my chest. No joke.
Said a car.
Yes, sir. It felt like I picked a car up and said, whoo. Woo-sa, the pressure's off. The weekend is here, y'all. This is Gospel Sundays radio show with your boy, your guy, your dude, little JoJo, and Shot of the Shot Zone. Well, we're going to keep this praise party train rolling. Enough of hearing me. I'll talk all show. and y'all be like, man, would he be? This ain't no talk show. It's supposed to be a gospel music show. Get him out for there. Get him out. Well, any old way, y'all. We're going to keep it rolling, y'all, right here on Gospel Sundays Radio Show. And you know I love y'all, right? You know I love you. Here we go, y'all.
I'm calling your name, 'cause I need you right now, Lord. I'm calling your name, 'cause I need you, Lord, right now, Lord. Well, sometimes I get tired, and sometimes I get weak. That's why I'm calling your name, 'cause I need you right now, Lord. Yeah, I'm calling your name, 'cause I need you right now, Lord. Yeah, I'm calling your name, Lord, 'cause I need you, Lord, right now, Lord. Well, sometimes I get tired, and sometimes I get weak. That's why I'm calling your name. Yeah, 'cause I need you right now, Lord. I'm praying this prayer right now, 'cause I need you, Lord, right now, Lord. Yeah, I'm praying this prayer right now, 'cause I need you, Lord, right now, Lord. Well, sometimes my way get hard, and sometimes my way get up. That's why I'm calling your name. Yeah, 'cause I need you right now, Lord. I'm singing this song right now, 'cause I need you, Lord, right now, Lord. Lord, I'm singing this song right now, 'cause I need you, Lord, right now, Lord. Oh, sometimes I get tired, sometimes I get weak, but I'm calling your name, 'cause I need you, Lord. Whoa, yeah. Put your hands together, Lord. Anybody love the Lord? Come on, yeah. Sometimes I get tired, and sometimes I get weak, but I'm calling on your name, 'cause I need you right now, Lord. Come on, right now, Lord. Said I need you to hold me right now, Lord, in the palm of your hand, Lord. Right now, Lord. Sometimes Sometimes I'm tired, Lord, and I need you to rock me in the cradle of your own, Lord. Sometimes I'm down and out, Lord. Sometimes I'm sick in my body, Lord. One touch from you, Lord, will make it all right. I know you're able, Lord, and I know you will. Oh, sometimes I get tired. Sometimes I get weak, yeah. But I'm calling on God, 'cause I need you.
Have you heard? There's an all-new adult restaurant, Mr. Ed's Fun Dining, 937 Winchester Road, Lexington. Come enjoy delicious items on the menu like the jumbo fish sandwich. Come feel that wow feeling you get when you walk through the doors. Mr. Ed's Fun Dining, where food is served with a side of fun. Independent gospel artists, if you have a single that you would like to be considered for airplay, send it to gospelsundays100@gmail.com like these artists. Young Stones, Mario J. Radford, Big Mitchell, Corey Kennedy and Remnant.
Are you considering your mindset?
Chris Jones.
Daily determined to place your mindset.
Send your single to gospelsundays100@gmail.com in care of your boy, your guy, your dude, Little JoJo, right here on Gospel Sundays Radio Show. Oh yeah, if you're an independent artist out there and you got a single and you want it to be considered for airplay, send it to Gospel Sundays Radio Show. Boy, I'm gone. I say that so much, I just go. But let me back up. Go send it to gospelsundays100@gmail.com. All right. If you are a gospel artist, whether you rap, whether you sing, whether you do spoken word, hey, even if you praising God on a bunch of buckets, if it sounds good, send it to us and we'll get it on, the air. That's gospelsundays100@gmail.com. Hey, don't y'all go nowhere because Shot will be coming up soon with her fitness and wellness tips of the week, y'all. So hang on in there. Sit down and buckle up because we got a ways to go.
When I think of the goodness of Jesus and all He's done for me. When I think of the goodness of Jesus and all He's done for me. When I think of the goodness of Jesus and all He's done for me. When I think of the goodness of Jesus and all He's done for me.
Who do I think I am? I just might wave my hands. I just might scream out loud. So much to shout about. I'm glad you called me. Now I'm justified and I'm qualified and I'm glorified. Still don't know why you paid the price, but I love you for the rest of my life.
When I think of the goodness of Jesus and all He's done for me.
Oh yeah.
When I think of the goodness of Jesus and all He's done for me.
Oh yeah.
When I think of the goodness goodness of Jesus and all He's done for me. Oh yeah. When I think of the goodness of Jesus and all He's done for me.
Can't let nobody
tell it for me.
Nobody can tell it.
For me.
Nobody. Tell it for me. Yeah.
Let me get my testimony.
Can I give it to you?
Gotta get my testimony. Let me get my testimony.
I really love you, Jesus. Done so much for me, Jesus. When they thought I was gone, you brought me back home. Now I'm running for Jesus. Can't hold me down. I got power now. I got a whole gang of angels around me now. From the crown of my head to soles of my feet. Oh Lord, you keep blessing me.
When I think of the goodness of Jesus and all He's done for me.
Oh yeah.
When I think of the goodness of Jesus and all He's done for me.
Oh yeah, yeah,
When I think
yeah.
of the goodness of Jesus and all He's done for me.
Oh
When
yeah.
I think of the goodness of Jesus and all
I
He's done
can't
for me.
let nobody.
Tell it for me.
Yeah, nobody. You don't know what kind of. See what the Lord has done for me. Oh yeah.
Let me get my testimony.
Yeah.
I gotta get my
I said I wasn't gonna tell nobody, but I can't keep it to myself. I could have been dead and gone, but Lord, you let me live on. I gotta
get my testimony.
Is there anybody out there know what I'm talking about? Is there anybody out there know what I'm talking about? 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 Yeah, can't let nobody. Nobody can't nobody do me like Jesus. Nobody do me like the Lord. You can't bless me like Him. You can't heal me like Him. You can't keep me like Him. He's been too good to me. I got a testimony to say when I think of the goodness of Jesus and all that He's done for me. My soul cries out. Hey, hallelujah. I said hallelujah. Yeah, when I think of His goodness, yeah, when I think.
If it had not been for the Lord who was on my side, I don't know where I would be. Fellowship, let's go.
My testimony is real. I came this far by faith. My road ain't always been smooth, but it don't look like everything I've been through. The truth is I'm kept blessed by the best, and one word describes the rest. Everybody say grace.
keeping me. Oh, I can't thank you enough. Yeah, grace. Oh, time and time again. Oh, grace. You never left my side. Oh, grace. Yeah, nobody can do me like you do. You do. Thank you for bringing me through. Oh, grace, grace is sufficient for me. Don't know about you. All I know, He'll bring you through. Hey, sometimes I feel like I can't make it, but I'm making it. It's because of your grace.
God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. I want you to know wherever you need God's grace, it's always sufficient, on time, and exactly what you need.
Amazing grace, how sweet.
How sweet, how sweet.
How sweet.
Your grace is sweet,
Grace, how
sweet, and it gets sweeter, sweeter.
grace, how sweet.
Whoa, sweeter,
How sweet.
sweeter. Lord, thank you for being sweet to me.
Oh, yeah, thank you for being sweet to me. How is all I can do sometimes. Is that, you know how you grab yourself sometimes? You just go and you just squeeze yourself real hard. You do. Yeah, that's how I feel sometimes, man. Woo! God's mercy and His grace, y'all. I mean, woo! What can outdo His mercy and His grace?
Not a thing.
Nothing.
Not a thing.
Not
No
not
thing.
one iota of nothing. Woo! Thank God for His grace. As the old patriot say, as I look back over my life, and I think things all over, I can truly say I've been blessed. I got a testimony. Yeah. Oh, y'all, if y'all got a testimony, go ahead and live chat your boy. Yeah, go on live chat your boy. Tell us about your testimony. Man, I'm getting ready to get them phone lines in is what I'm getting ready to do. And when I get them phone lines in, y'all call up, man. Give me your testimony. And I'm going to be the one that hold the mic. Cause you know, just as soon as somebody get the mic, they get the mic and start walking away from you a little bit. Be like, hey, come on back over here, reel it in.
Yeah,
Cause I don't know what you about to say.
that's the truth.
Oh man, I don't know what you about to say, so I'm gonna hold the mic. And if you go over 2 minutes, I got to cut it. Now if it's a good one, I'll go ahead and let it roll a little bit. 3 minutes. And then I got to cut it off. Well, anyway, y'all, enough of hearing me. Now, all the way from Lexington, Kentucky, y'all, my girl, my boo, shot of the shot zone with the wellness and fitness tips of the week.
From all the way over here,
Yeah,
across the table.
across that table. I can see you over the mixing board. Well, y'all, here she is. Go ahead and give it to us, girl.
I sure will. So last week we was talking about mindful type of things, how our minds can affect our behavior of trying to get fit. And so today I wanted to even go a little bit further on that because I think it's very important, simply because I've gotten a lot of questions of, how do I stay on that straight and narrow? My mind, I just can't get myself together mentally. That happens sometimes, especially, during your weight loss journey. So today's topic is going to be on the power of positive thinking and how your attitude affects your weight loss. So positive thinking plays a significant role in our weight loss, as we know. When we have constant negative thoughts that lead to self-defeating behaviors such as going off your diet, overeating, and skipping your exercise routines. Positive thoughts, on the other hand, can increase your motivation and your energy level. The more positive you think, yes, the more energy that you have. It takes so much negative thoughts to just bring you down, just physically, emotionally. You just feel drained. And so I always try to keep a positive thought and positive attitude on everything when it comes to, your daily life, even your daily struggles. Turn those negatives into a positive. I actually had somebody send me a text message yesterday, and I was like really having a crazy day. I even text my husband. I said, today is just like wild. And it was so wild and draining that it almost pulled me down. But I was like, oh no, this is not even my character. So I had gotten a text message from actually one of my sisters at church, and she said, I just wanted to send you a message and just thank you for you just being so positive. She said, I was really trying to get something together here at the church, and I was stressed out. And she said, and even though everything seemed like so negative, what I was coming out and saying, she said, you always turned it around to a positive. She said, and I couldn't do nothing but just like shake my head like, this girl's always positive, but I have not always been there. I had to get there. And so some ways that, I can help you in the areas of just thinking positive is simply, number one, just knowing who you are. We learned last night, we have authority. We have authority over our minds to be positive. We have authorities over our thoughts, over our bodies. And whatever we want and wherever we desire our bodies to be, we just need to be positive about it and think positive, at all times as much as possible. So positive thoughts are empowering. A negative attitude can set processes in motion that makes losing weight difficult. So if not possible, berating yourself every time you eat the wrong foods, constantly focusing on what you cannot eat, and approaching your exercise regimen with dread are all ways that negative thoughts and patterns can sabotage your weight loss efforts. So don't sit and constantly be like, oh, shoot, I done had that fried piece of chicken and I done did this and that. No, just, okay, I'm going to do better. Tell yourself, I'm going to do better. And since I had that fried piece of chicken, I'm going to have some fruit, and I'm going to make sure I get my water in today. And plus, I took extra steps from the car today, and I parked a little bit further. Think about what you did positive instead of focusing so much on the negative. So when you hold a negative image of yourself, you rob yourself of much needed energy. When feeling powerless, depressed, unmotivated, it's easy to skip your daily workout or eat a bag of those potato chips to feel better. We always tend to go to the carbs and all the junk food and all that stuff. So let's stop that and let's just, be more mindful. However, turning into how you feel, acknowledging those feelings and transforming those thoughts into something more positive can actually help you to achieve your weight loss goals faster. Now, I'm not saying that when you're going through your whatever your lows, and when you talk about them, that you're automatically going to be cut down. I'm not saying that, because that's what you need to do. You need to talk about things that are affecting your mood, because that's what makes you feel better. Journal it down. If you have a best friend, I have a Ace Coon Boom, man, I can soundboard off of her, and then I'm like, you know what? Okay, now I feel better, because I just had to get it off my chest. So find ways that you can take your negatives, once again, turn them into positives. Like I say, write it down. If you go to bed and you still feeling down and out, write them things down. Pray about it. I'm serious. Prayer changes everything. Get on your knees and be like, Lord, what the heck is going on with me? This is not me, and I want to do better. I want to be healthy. I want to get on my exercise regimens. I have a life to live. I have goals set. I have a calling that you've called me to. Just be about your Father's business and get on that wagon of thinking positive. Some other things is simply, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Just setting manageable goals. Just set manageable goals. Don't set something out too far-fetched to where good and well that you might be setting yourself up for failure, but set manageable goals. One of the ways that a negative attitude can prevail during dieting is if you have set unreasonable goals for yourself. So trying to exist on an extremely low-calorie diet or setting your weekly weight loss goal at an unattainable number often sets you up for failure. To increase weight loss success, set achievable goals. Losing 1 or 2 pounds per week is a reasonable goal and can generally be achieved without extreme measures. Weigh yourself weekly. Every week that you reach your goal, acknowledge your success. Now, something about the scale. If you are one of those people and you get on the scale and maybe you've only lost half of a pound. Okay, you know what? With my clients, half of a pound is some weight loss. You lost some, okay? So don't complain about it. If you want to do better, this is what we're going to do. I'm not going to weigh you for about 2 more weeks. Or, I've even got to, with some of my clients, I weigh them like every 3 weeks. And then I say, okay, then this is your weight loss goal. I want this gone by this amount of time. So it gives them something to, a goal to set. It puts it in their mind, okay, I have to have 2 pounds gone by this amount of time, and it makes them, more focused. They're more eager to be like, okay, I got to stay on track because I got to weigh in 3 weeks, okay? So if weighing in weekly doesn't work for you, then try weighing in for 3 weeks, And if that doesn't work, hey, you get back on the drawing board and you figure out what it is that's going to work, okay? So these are just some of the things that I feel like that can help you get yourself back on board. The biggest thing, like I said, is just thinking positively. Think positive. Always think optimistic. I never knew how optimistic I thought until my husband would bring it up to me and tell them what you always say to me.
I say, you got to be the most optimistic person I know. I mean, she gives everybody and everything a benefit of the doubt. And I'm like, shot. Did you? It's right. Well, Joe, maybe it just, look, Jojo, maybe it just, they was in a situation, and I said, you know what? That's why I love you, because you are so optimistic. Give everybody a chance. But go back to what you were saying about being positive and negative. I heard a saying a long time ago: "Don't stop your start."
That's right.
And the first thing, that's what people do, especially when you put goals on them, or they put goals on themselves, and they be like, oh man, I can't do that. That's just unattainable.
Right.
And so what Shot said is like, make it realistic. You come in here and you talking about, I want to lose 5 to 10 pounds a week. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Can it be done? Yes, but it won't be done right.
Right.
It won't be done right. I mean, if you're a boxer or something, you got to lose some pounds, then you might have to go to that extreme. But you ain't no boxer.
Yeah, and stuff like that, big extreme weight losses like that. You see those extreme makeover shows and all that stuff. Yeah, some of them are, they get on the scale, they done lost like 10 to 12 pounds. These people are medically supervised too.
Right.
You know what? But
they on a show.
Yes. And then, but some of them down the road, they end up picking all that back up. You know why? Because number one, after you lose so much weight at one point, and you get out of that fold of that setting of where you was at, and you get on your own, you get to going through all different types of things, and you end up picking a lot of that weight back off.
Oh yeah.
Weight back up. Now, it is possible to lose that type of weight, like I said.
It is.
But is it always the healthiest way to try to lose that weight? No. Is it okay for you to go and get the surgeries done and this, that, and other? Yes, it is. Some people just, they know themselves. They know themselves. They're like, I just don't feel like I can do this on my own. I do need some help. But guess what? The bottom line is, you still have to get some exercise in.
And you still have to be disciplined.
Have to be disciplined to eat correctly.
Yep, because you put that band on, you keep on eating, you're going to bust that band. Pow!
Yeah, so I mean, either way you go, whether you go through your weight loss surgeries, whether you go through your weight loss regimens to get that healthy lifestyle going, you still have to be disciplined.
That's
it
right.
is all in the mind, and you gotta get your mindset ready and prepared, because your body's going to transition in a major way, especially with the surgeries, and you be like, "Woo." I've got all this excess skin. I got all this excess whatever.
Right.
You know what? And you got to start weight training, strength training, and all that stuff. And if you don't do that, you're going to find yourself disappointed.
Yep.
So you might as well go ahead, get your mind in order, and be like, okay, I've got this. I'm going to do this, and if I have to get some help to do it, well, then so be it. Find you a trainer. Find you one that you can really trust. Find you one that's going to tell you the truth, but find you one that's going to be positive and motivate you.
And you hit the nail on the head. Also, find a trainer. And I know everyone has that inkling in their spirit that they're there for the money or for my health. Mm-hmm. Because you can find a trainer that will tell you things and halfway show you how to do it. As long as you keep on bringing that money, they're gonna halfway show you how to do it and don't go all the way. That's what I like about your ministry that you have, because you go all the way. Like I said before, hey, look y'all. After she's done with a client, she's in there 30 more minutes, man. She's documenting, she's doing things, and she has a heart for her clients.
And I get down there and I do it with them.
Yeah,
I don't sit there and watch them.
That's right.
You have to set the example out for yourself. Don't send out an exercise prescription and sit there and watch them do it. You have to demonstrate it, constantly making sure that their movements are correct and they're properly breathing. Yes, properly breathing. Some people actually stop breathing when they hold their breath.
Man,
literally.
And then you wonder why you got a headache.
And then if you feel so lightheaded, I'm about to pass out. Well, are you breathing?
Breathe.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of things to it.
Yeah.
But that's my wellness tip of the day. Is just simply the power of positive thinking.
Yeah.
Your mind goes a long way. And what the Bible says,
yep.
How's it go? So as a man thinketh,
so he is.
So he is. So, if you want to think yourself strong, then you can be strong. If you're going to think yourself to be weak, then you're going to be weak and it's going to show.
Yep.
So.
Yep. It's just like that. It's just like a commercial. I think it's a Safe Auto commercial, and the guy says, "You are what you think you are," and he said, "And I am chicken wings." And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, I am chicken wings.
So in other words, what she's saying, man, what you think you can do and are. See, the Bible says you can do all things through Christ, which strengthens you.
Yes.
Even if a non-singer wanted to end up singing, I always wanted to play the piano. I can pick it, but if I really put my mind to it, I can play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's the same way with our bodies. And believe it or not, I used to be very, very conscious of that because, as I said before in my testimony, I wanted to go to the league, NFL. Mm-hmm. And so I trained. I did everything. I ran. I did all of it. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, I was the team leader. And I would lead in calisthenics, warming up before we practice and different stuff like that.
Right.
And so it is very important. Your body's just like a car.
Sure is.
If you don't put gas in it, it's not going to run. You don't put oil in it, your motor's going to blow, or throw a rod. All of that.
Right.
Yeah, eventually it's going to shut down.
That's right.
If you don't take care of it. Now, people will say, well, here's what I've heard people say sometimes. They say, I'm going to die of something. I might as well go on and die of this. Well,
such a bad attitude to have.
Oh, man. You know what I mean?
There's so much to live for.
Yeah.
And so why shorten your life with an attitude like that?
Right.
If I'm going to die, okay.
Yeah, if I'm going to die, I'm going to go and eat another bucket of them chitlins. You know what I'm thinking? Man, get them guts away from me.
And they stink.
Yes. And then you go talking to somebody. Hey, get out of here. But any old way.
Oh, wow.
This is Gospel Sundays radio show. Y'all are tuned in to the right show, y'all. Well, that was my girl, Shot of the Shot Zone with the fitness and wellness tips of the week. Shot baby, tell them where they can get a hold of you or how to get a hold of you.
You can reach me at shotthefitcoach@gmail.com. You can hit me up on my Facebook page at The Shot Zone.
And that is that little emblem, the at emblem,
sign,
the at sign, the Shot Zone.
The Shot Zone.
And it'll take you right to her Facebook page.
Yes, it will.
What else do you what about your website?
My
did you
website
say that?
is shotthefitcoach.webs.com.
And she's spelling shot with a C, not a S.
C-H-O-T.
C-H-O-T. C-H-O-T. C-H-O-T. C-H-O-T. C-H. You know, if you keep saying it, you're supposed to see you learn. That's how you learn, is by repetition.
C-H-O-T.
C-H-O-T. C-H-O-T. C-H-O-T. C-H-O-T.
Yes.
Look, it's in my head now. Now I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna get over here and be like, shot of the shot. Gospel Sunday. Radio way, y'all. That was my girl once again. Shot of the Shot Zone with the wellness and fitness tips of the week. And y'all, we'll be right back after anything. Wait a minute, before I do that, anything else you want to say or add?
I do want to add, be looking out for Fit Camp and Boot Camp. Both of them are coming right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
In the plans, it'll be my third Fit Camp this year. Very excited about it. Last year had grown. I'm expecting this would be even bigger than last year.
It did grow last year.
It grew. We had a lot of people to come out. We had vendors, a couple of vendors to come out.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. If you guys have anything that you want to come out and vend, talk about, hey, you bring it on.
Yeah.
But this will also be the first boot camp. The location, everything is to be announced, and I'm trying to look to have that somewhere probably like around June. But everything's coming around full swing, full throttle, and I'm ready to roll. So,
well, I guess I'm gonna be ready to roll. On the praise party train.
Yeah, so just be looking out on the web page, looking through the Facebook page and everything like that. All that will start rolling up really, really soon.
Alrighty, y'all heard it first right here on Gospel Sundays radio show. My girl, Shot of the Shot Zone with the fitness and wellness tips of the week. Y'all, we're about to get back and get this train rolling again. We had to make an important stop. And so we're going to roll on through, man, and get some people picked up and get them home, get them to the store or to the gym. So y'all better hold on because we're about to rock it,
You say you're going through changes. Every day it seems your life is up Together you and God were meant to be. He'll be right beside you whenever you need. This love you have will never fade away. You can count on him, 'cause he's here to stay. Everything he touches turns to gold. Oh yeah. You need the master's touch. Come on, let him heal your body and your soul. It's all in God's hand. Master's touch. Everything he touches turns to gold. Oh yeah. You need the master's touch. Come on, let him heal your body and your soul.
Richie's Fast Food, Lexington's finest for your soul food destination. We cater to your taste buds day and late nights, like fried whitings, potato wedges, southern sides, and down-home desserts. And I can't forget about the spicy chicken. Welcome home to Richie, the home of spicy chicken.
This is Shot, CEO and personal trainer of the Shot Zone, loving you to life, inspiring you to get fit and healthy, right here on Gospel Sundays radio show.
Everybody shine your light. Shine bright so the whole wide world will know that we are kingdom. Everyone that I meet, I can give a smile. And everywhere I see a need, I go the extra mile. Yeah. Everybody's looking for change, but who will take the lead? Yeah. The change that I want to see is gonna start with me. Everybody's saying, anyone that I meet, I can give a smile. Smile. Everywhere I see a need, I go the extra mile. Everybody's looking for change. Everybody's looking for change. But who's gonna be the one to take the lead? The change that I want to see. Come on, say, there's a light in me. There's a light in me that I was made to. If something's right, we will have yours. Come on, clap. Come on, sing it with us. God has given us the power, and we can change anything. What we're speaking and what we're thinking is exactly what will be. No, but it's the kingdom. It's in me. 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 God gave it me. It's in me. It's in me. It's in me. And it's in me. It's in me. I wanna make a difference. Use me to make a difference. I wanna make a. Everybody say it now. Use me to make a. Use me to make a. Come on, you say. You can count on me. Use me to make a. I wanna. You get the glory. Give us the victory. You get the glory. Give us the victory.
said sit down, but I couldn't sit down. You see, it's just like fire shut up in my bones. And even if I tried, y'all, it just wouldn't leave me alone. Oh no, now, 'cause in my bones, gonna do your will. Gonna do what you say. Gonna do it your way. Hey, hey, I'm gonna do your will. Somebody said hush, but I couldn't hush. They said, "Ran, sit down," but I couldn't sit down. All this just like fire, shut up in my bones. And even if I tried, y'all, it just wouldn't leave me alone. Ow! Wouldn't leave me. Ow! Wouldn't leave me alone. Yeah! Gonna do your will, no matter what people say. Gonna do what you say. Gonna do it your way. Hey, hey, I'm gonna do your will. Yes, sir. I'm gonna do it. Just what you say. I'm gonna do it. Just your way. It doesn't matter what people say. I gotta do your will. I gotta do it just your way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got walk, got talk, yeah. Got to do your will. Got to do your will. Got my hands and my feet. Dance, Heavenly Father, creator of all things, I humble myself as I bow to your throne. I pray for love, joy, peace, and happiness to be present in my home. Well, I do. And that your Holy Spirit dwell in my heart and in my mind. Please give me strength, 'cause I get a little weak sometime. I need help from you just to see me through. Heavenly Father, best of all, to you I give the glory, and on my knees I fall. I ask for wisdom and understanding. To you my praise I bring, to you my song I sing. May I do my part to help vindicate your name, so the world will know who's to blame for all the wrong. I pray that your will be done.
used to. Yes, I do. And all of those who are strong, let them know their purpose. Let them be agents for you. Well, let them work for you. Yeah. And let your Holy Spirit walk across the waters of my mind. I want to make you proud of what you've done. So I come to you through your Son, Heavenly Father. Lord, I thank you for another day. And I pray, pray on, my prayer for peace, my prayer for love, my prayer for the vindication of your holy name. And I pray, pray on, my prayer for peace, my prayer for the vindication of your holy name. I pray, pray on, the peace, my prayer for the vindication of His holy name. And I pray, down on my knees I pray. Sometimes I walk around and I pray. Teach the children to pray. Sometimes I lay flat on my back and I pray and I pray. Well, and I ask for wisdom. Teach mother to pray. Love, joy, happiness. Hey, and I pray and I pray, that your will be done. Well, that your will be done. He needs to learn to pray. And I pray for the brothers and the sisters. Hey, and I pray for the vindication of your holy name. I
Oh yeah, right here on Gospel Sundays radio show, the great OJs, praying for peace, y'all. Hey, I just want to give a shout out to New Zealand and Thailand for coming on and checking out Gospel Sundays radio show. And then I come back over to the States. Thank God for Memphis getting in with Gospel Sundays radio show.
So I had to write a song to put him back in his place. Check it out.
Everything that you stole from me, I'm taking it back.
Anybody feel like me out there? Listen.
Everything that you stole from me, I'm taking it back.
Sometimes you gotta tell them just like that. Check it out.
You tried to steal my joy, you tried to steal my peace. I'm tired of crying, always feeling weak. I take 2 steps forward, you push me 4 steps back. I'm so sick of you lying about this and that. From this day forward, some things are gonna change. I'm taking back everything that you stole from me in Jesus' name. Yeah.
Everything that you stole from me,
Yeah.
I'm taking it back.
I'm taking it right back. I'm taking it right back. Yeah.
Everything that you stole from me,
Guess what?
I'm taking it back.
Ooh, yes. I'ma tell you just one more thing. You tried to take my family, attacking my body, causing so much pain. Almost lost my mind, playing all these games. Everything you stole from me.
Now y'all know the devil be tripping, right?
I mean, everything you stole from me, I'm taking it back.
Everything that you stole from me,
yes,
I'm taking it back.
Let me tell you why you can't have it. It's mine.
It's mine.
It's all mine.
It's mine.
And you can't have it. And I'm taking it back.
And I'm taking it back.
It's mine.
It's mine.
It's all mine.
It's mine.
You can't have it. Cause I'm taking it right back.
And I'm taking it back.
It's mine.
It's mine.
It's all mine.
It's mine.
You can't have it. And I'm taking it back.
And I'm taking it back.
It's mine.
It's mine.
It's mine.
It's mine.
And you can't have it. Cause I'm taking it back. Taking it right back. Right back.
Everything that you stole from
In the name of Jesus.
I'm taking it back.
In the name of Jesus. I'm gonna take it right back.
Everything that you stole from me,
Yes,
I'm taking it back.
my joy,
I'm taking it back.
my peace,
I'm taking it back.
my
I'm
happiness.
taking it back.
You can't have,
I'm taking it back.
you can't have,
I'm taking it back.
show can't have.
I'm taking it back. Everything that you stole from me,
I'm taking it back.
I'm taking it back.
Everything that he stole from me, I'm taking it back. Give it back to me. Then again, well, I don't know if I want what he put his hands on.
Already been tainted.
Yeah, it's
Leave it
tainted.
there.
Yeah, you can go on have it, cause God gonna give me some new stuff. That's what I say. Everything will become new. So whatever you stole, you can have it. All right. But get off of me. I ain't playing with you. See, that's how you gotta talk to the devil sometimes, though, for real. Because I'm gonna say this. You know, I remember the battle between David and Goliath, and you know, Goliath was over there talking all that smack. I mean, he was, boy. He said, man, he pretty much told David, I'm gonna kill you and then feed you to the carcass. Is what he told David. Well, David, cause he was a bad man. Shoot, he said he told him the same thing back. He said, no. You think you're bad? I'm gonna kill you today and feed your body to the carcass. Mm-hmm. But you know what? You know what really took the cake?
What's that?
Now we understand that David was a small, ruddy guy, you know, well in stature, but his heart was big. He was a fighter. But here's what happened. Now, you know how big the giant was. They said he was like over 9 feet tall, and he had all this heavy armor on him and all that, right? I'm still trying to figure out, now, if all his stuff was that huge and heavy, how did David get his sword out, take Goliath's sword out, not his own, because he would have been there sitting and trying to saw his head off like taking a plastic knife and trying to cut through a metal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he took out Goliath's sword and chopped Goliath's head off. How did he do that? You know, because this thing was supposed to be so heavy. You know, I'm talking what they call them, weightlifters. The ones that do, the ones that do the world's strongest man type stuff.
Big gladiators.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And his sword was huge, like that type of stuff that they move and lift and stuff. And so he took that sword or sword, whichever one you want to use, and chopped his head off. And then that joker's head, you know, he had a head bigger than this room. He took it.
Big meatball head.
Yeah. He took his head and lifted it up and showed them his head, that he cut his head off. Now, here's one thing about it. I think that David, the time that Goliath fell, right? Mm-hmm. They really didn't. I think he fell so hard that all this dust and dirt just flew up and couldn't nobody see nothing. It was like a sandstorm. You ever seen one of them on TV?
Oh, yeah.
You can't see nothing. Mm-mm. So I'm thinking all this dirt and dust and everything was just, because you heard that big boom.
Big old earthquake.
And all this dirt and dust just flew up. And when all air cleared, he was standing there on top of Goliath with his head in his hand.
And I just imagine all of that. But you,
yeah, you know what I mean?
So animated how you.
I can imagine David said, "Timber," and they echoed out in the timber. You know. And when he raised his head up, and then all the dust cleared, he was standing there with the giant's head in his hand. You know, and man, and the Bible says them joker took off. They flew like roaches cutting on a light at night. You know how they going everywhere. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. I had that experience. Yeah, man. We was dirt poor. Shoot, roaches trying to find places to live and sleep and eat.
Bless it.
But thank God. Man, thank you, God. Woo! For a better life.
Yes, Lord.
Better thinking.
Yes, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Woo! The renewing of the mind. Mm-hmm. Jesus. Mm-hmm. Well, any old way, y'all, that's my thing, any old way.
Any old way.
You know, I'm from the country. So I'm just the old country boy trying to let somebody know about Jesus. That's all I am.
That's all right.
Just the old country boy trying to let you know about the law.
Amen.
And you know, I went through my time of being a black militant, mm-hmm. and you know, and I don't mind sharing, because I know that, you know, where God had brought me from, mm-hmm. you know. And if I can't share, if I cannot share my testimony, then I'm really not an overcomer in that area. When you cannot testify about it, mm-hmm. you know, and I was into all of that, and I don't want to get into a whole lot of it, because I do have a show going on here, mm-hmm. And so, you know, I got into that, and this is Black History Month, uh-huh. and you know, and that's the first thing that group tells you about. He said, "Hey, do you know who you are?" And I remember my response to that guy. He said, "Man, you know who you are?" And I said, "Yeah, ever since I knew my name, I knew who I was." He said, "No, that ain't what I'm saying, man. Do you know who you are? A black man." You know, and he started to get into my psyche. Uh-huh. Because the first thing they want to teach you about is black history. You know, and me and my boys, we had a rap group at the time, and we went from being Tremendous 3 to Central Elements, and we got into talking about Klan land and different stuff like that, and you know, growing up in a place called Klan land, you know, where it's hard to advance, it's hard to get up when the system got you down. So what you gotta do, homie, take them round for round, jab, hook, ping, knock them straight out, if you know what I mean. Get the system in your favor, though it's hard to do, because capitalism was made for not me and you. And you know, we wrote those type of lyrics, and we really got deep with it. I go on into the verse, man, and it talks about how our black history became a mystery, uh-huh. you know, and how a lot of things was hidden from us. And it really has been. It really has been, because keep in mind, the first thing that they did not, the slave owners did not want us to do was read and write.
Right.
That was the very first thing that they took away from us. Because if we started to read that word, we would have known who we were. Man, I'm getting chills because some of y'all out there trying to throw something through the radio. Go on with yourself. And so,
because knowledge is power.
Yeah. And so anyway, man, I was in one of the toughest fight of my life when I was going through this. And I just be honest, I got to a place and to a point that I started to hate Caucasian people. I got to that point. And because my mind went back to my grandmother and I was walking down Main Street. Now I'm talking Main Street, but I'm talking about in the 70s. And Caucasian people was riding by and calling us the N-word, telling us get off Main Street, go back to your neighborhood, and get out of here. You know, I mean, just all types of crazy stuff. And then there was this little drugstore that they would call the drugstore. And we went in there, and I noticed all these seats was up front. I'm a little boy. I'm about 6, 7, or 8 years old. And I noticed all these seats was up front, but we're all the way to the back. And I asked my grandmother, I said, first of all, why were they yelling and doing all of that? And why we can't sit up there? And she said, people, you know, that's just the way it is, and that's just how people are. They just ignorant. And so I remembered all of that when this guy started to teach me some things, because I wasn't researching. The only thing on my mind was getting to the NFL, making my money.
Dollar bills.
Yeah, making them. Who's on the 100? I don't forget. Don't give me the line. Yeah. But anyway. Hey, look, it comes through my hand and through my hand. That's why I don't get to see his face all the time. But anyway. Man, I could just remember that. And, you know, Black History Month, it is a time to reflect. And there was another thing. How many of you out there remember the movie back in the 70s? I think around 1977, off a book that Mr. Alex Haley wrote called Roots. And man, I tell you, that was another man. That movie upset me. Oh God! Especially the scene when my man is hanging. What's your name? Kunta. Wow. But see, I tell you what was the daunting task of that scene was. It wasn't none of the Caucasian people whooping him. They made another brother whoop him. Could you imagine seeing your brother hanging and you gotta whoop him?
We both be.
But
because I would, you know.
Well, it would be, you know. But the thing is, Jesus never came down. He stayed there. He took it. He took the punishment. Some people say that it's fake, it's false. But I tell you what, I'm not the same guy. I don't go the same places. I don't do the same things anymore. Why is it such? If it was fake and false, then all races has been bamboozled by the gospel of Christ. One of the greatest preachers that just died a couple of days ago or yesterday, Billy Graham. Then he was bamboozled by the word too. This man preached in New York City, and they were saying that miles and miles and miles of people came and gave their life to Christ, even gang members. And they say the word of God is fake, is false? Get out of here. What can change a man? The word of God. Because we can't change one another. We can help each other be better, but we can't change one another. The only man that can change us is Jesus Christ.
That's right.
Through the blood.
If you want to be changed.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You know, it's just not enough to obtain, but to maintain. Mm-hmm. You know, you can go off the beaten path anytime you want to. But are you going to be satisfied? Man, that Holy Spirit gonna talk to you 24/7.
Eat your life.
Man. I'd rather get a whooping by you. You stretch me across the floor and whoop me before I get a whooping from the Lord.
Yeah, especially those are the worst.
Oh, man.
I haven't had a whole lot. I've had a couple of them, but I try to be obedient. I'm serious.
Man, you can't sleep.
No.
Man, I remember one time, man, the Lord told me to give this woman some money. Didn't know her from Adam. We was in the store. She was, I don't know if she was homeless or not. And the Lord said, give her $20. You know how we do.
You ain't talking to me.
You got to start checking yourself. You know. Is that you, Lord? $20. That's hard to come by. Hey. Well, it was hard to come by for her. Not for me. Because I was working every day.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, I let her get away. So now I'm running outside because he said, what did I say? What did I say? What did I say? That's what it seemed like in my spirit.
Mm-hmm. Did you find her?
No.
And you felt bad for
Oh man, I got whooped. But see, that's not the story. I'm telling you, God know what to do. God know what to do. So about 2 weeks later, that's when I saw her again.
He let you ponder on it.
Man, he whooped me for 2 weeks. And every time I would go over on the west side of town, I'm looking for this lady. Where's she at? Where's she at? I needed that $20 too. And I was like, nope, I'm holding this 20 because I'm going to find her.
Don't they remind you when your parents, you got yourself in trouble, and they're like, I'm gonna beat your behind, or whatever, and then they wait.
Yeah.
And you thinking they done forgot, but they haven't forgotten.
Nah.
You know.
Wake up in a cold sweat. Ow! Ow! Getting your tail whipped. Ow! Ow! Shut up before I keep whooping your boy. Be quiet. You ain't crying about nothing. Whips be all on your leg.
Tore up.
Yeah, tore up. But anyway, 2 weeks later, I see her. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I'm bum rushing her. She looking at me like, what in the world?
Did she remember you?
She didn't know who I was. She never saw me.
Oh, okay.
The Lord just pointed me out to her. Mm-hmm. And I'm coming to her fast. And she looking at me like, oh, Lord, what's he about to do? I said, ma'am, I don't know you. But I love you in the Lord. And I put that $20 in her hand, man. She broke down and started crying. She said, I needed that. Hallelujah. Glory be to God. I said, man, I wondered if she needed $20 all them 2 weeks that I didn't even see her. But God is a provider.
Oh, yeah.
So I know that she got provided for. Yeah. Because guess what? 2 weeks later, I saw her again. So that means she was still alive. Mm-hmm. She had to be okay. Mm-hmm. And it still didn't soothe my soul. Why? Because I was disobedient the first time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really couldn't even walk away with a spirit of some would say accomplishment, or feeling joy. Right. It was more or less, I should have did this the first time.
Right.
You know, and so all good things come from above. God is not going to tell you to do something that He wouldn't do. Mm-hmm. He's really not. And so we get into this thing, all of a sudden we looking around, how about is that you, Lord? Hey, the Bible says all good things come from above. Mm-hmm. And if it ain't good, it's from Satan.
That's right. And then he ain't going to tell you to give it and not provide for you.
That's right.
He's not going to withhold any good thing from us. So.
Nah. None at all.
Give, we give.
That's right.
I give to it hurt. I give, we give. We don't have no more.
That's right. That's right, boy.
Because we know it's gonna come back.
Yeah, I remember, man, when you got on that you got on that giving tip, boy. I started to say, hey, what you doing? I'm just gonna be real. Hey, how much money was that? I started saying, hey, how much you give today? And then the Lord jumped on me, man. And I ain't talking about jumped on me in a bad way, y'all. Y'all stop it. You see, I thought you said your love was good. and he's more than good. He's great and greatly to be praised. Amen. Check him out. And so the Lord, man, the Holy Spirit got on me. He said, now just as soon as you said that, I blessed her in her hands. I think somebody came up and gave you some money right after that. And then fooled around there and then came and gave me an envelope while I was in the tape ministry room. He said, see? It's like, shut your mouth, boy. I know what I'm doing. I'm trying to get something to you, not take something from you. You know. And we got to understand and learn that God is our provider, not our mates, not our friends. Yeah. You know, if they can help out, if you need help and someone can help you out, that's one thing. Mm-hmm. But being your provider, you got it twisted. Right. You got it twisted. And like we said earlier, prayer changes everything. Just not some, just not a little, not 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Oh no, but 100,000 and 60 million, 4 billion, trillion. All you all you mathematical people, get off my back. That's not how you say it. You're supposed to go from the ones, the tens, the hundreds, the thousands. You know, some people are just particular like that. And just heard me say that, and they tripping. Did you hear what he said? But anyways, anywho, I'm not trying to be a comedian or anything. I'm not even trying to be profound. It's just very simple. It's very simple. Sow and reap. That's right. Sow and reap. It's as simple as that. Sow and reap. What you sow is what you reap. That's right. I mean, that's the basic of it. That's the basic. What you sow is what you reap. You know, how hard does that get? What you sow is what you reap. I mean, straight up and down. What you sow is what you reap. Right. Well, anyway, y'all, you are really, truly tuned in to the Gospel Sundays radio show with your boy Little Joe at Shot of the Shot Zone, man. Hey, if y'all just hang on, we got a little ways to go, and we're going to get there the best we know how. And that's through Christ Jesus. Just hang on to his unchanging hand. Yeah. What was you about to say?
Not a thing.
Cause you looked at me, you like, what? you had one of those what looks. Huh?
Not a thing.
Oh, okay. Well, any old way, man. I just like sharing, man, because some people need to be set free. Right. You know, of some things that they may be going through in their minds. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, because the enemy's going to try to attack you. You know, those things that you've been delivered from, he's going to try to bring them back up. I don't even know why sometimes he tries to do it, you know, and it's like, I don't even want to say that he even knows a glimpse of what's going on with you. He just, the thing I think he knows is what does make you tick. Because he remember before you got saved, he was hanging out with you. Mm-hmm. So he knew you. So he knew what you liked. Right. I don't really think he knows the future. Mm-hmm. He knows his future, but I don't think he knows yours. So what he does, he takes when he used to hang out with you and use that against you. Mm-hmm. Because see, he don't try anything new. It's all the old stuff. So that means that he don't know your future. I mean, it goes all the way. To me, it goes all the way back when Jesus went into the wilderness. He couldn't predict the future because he was always saying something from the past. If you be the God's son, then turn this stone into bread. Mm-hmm. You know he was.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
You know why you knew that? Because you used to hang out with God in heaven.
Right.
You used to hang with God in heaven. Right. That's the only reason why you knew that. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. Mm-hmm. And he'll just try to do stuff with the stuff that he knows. And God gave me this revelation, man. We're going to get back to some jams. God gave me this revelation. He said, why? Now listen to this, y'all. Why would you want to hang out? Now, John, let me back up a little bit. John 10:10 says, but the thief comes to do nothing but to steal, kill, and destroy, right?
Right.
Let me ask you this. Would you willingly hang out with somebody that you know that's trying to kill you?
No.
No. You wouldn't hang out with that fool. You be like trying to get away from him. So why do we keep playing around with the devil? We keep wanting him to hang around. And he's trying to kill you. It's his number one goal is to utterly destroy you. You ain't gonna intentionally hang out with somebody that's trying to take you out. If you are, then you a fool. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Man, God gave me that revelation, man, and that set me free. That set me totally free. God gave me that revelation. He said, son, why do you want to continue to hang out with somebody that's trying to kill you? And I thought about that thing, man. I was like, yo, that thing set me free. I'm telling you. And that's the message that I have for young people today. Why do you keep playing around with the devil when he's trying to kill you? And you see it happening every day in these school shootings. Mm-hmm. See, and we done got so desensitized about this stuff that's going on. Unless it doesn't happen to you directly, we'll reel over about a week, and we move on to the next school shooting. Well, what's the next one?
Yep.
I mean, and you talking about somebody told me once upon a time there was no such thing of black on black crime, and I said, get out of here. So who is it? Chinese? Didn't that black on black? They just kill each other in the hood. Who was that? That was a Chinese man dressed up as a black man. What? Come on. There's no such thing as that. What is it? So anyway, some of y'all so heavily bound, earthly good. And that's one thing that the Lord, man, he dealt with me. He said, man, don't be so heavenly bound, earthly good. I can't use you in that capacity. Especially when you think you know everything and can't nobody tell you nothing. Now you done stepped over the line. I mean, really, truly, you done stepped over the line when you think that you know everything. Only God is all knowing.
That's right. The only all knowing.
Can't nobody tell you nothing. Tell you your shoe untied, you keep on walking. Your shoe untied, man. You get ready to step on your shoestring and it ain't untied. I mean, seriously, man. Some people are just like that. You tell them it's snowing, it's raining. Man, I know people like that.
Can't stand that.
I knew people like that. I knew people like that.
I do too. I can't stand it, man.
I love you, bro, but I'm gonna love you from afar. And so any old way, man, just trying to bring some light to life. Just bringing light to life. You can't keep on doing the same things insane. I'm talking, man, some of this I'm talking to myself right now. But you can't keep on doing the same idiotic stuff and expect different results. That's a form of insanity. You are definitely insane when you keep doing the same thing and think it's going to turn out different. It's just not going to do it.
Insane in the membrane.
Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Some of the younger folk don't know what in the world that came from. Yeah, I grew up listening to that gangster rap too. Yeah. You know, speaking of rap, now we're gonna get on that.
Oh my God.
Oh man, speaking of rap, you know, okay, we're gonna go on to the next subject. That's what I gotta say about today's rap. We're gonna go on to the next subject. You know, but my boys, NWA really changed the game when it came to gangster rap. When it come, but one thing about it, and Public Enemy, Chuck D, Flavor Flav. One thing about those guys, they were talking about something. They was talking about what was going on in their hood, what was happening to them by the boys in blue. This has been going on for a while. This is just nothing new. I tell you what brought all this stuff to forefront is when these cell phones and everything started to come out. See, it could get to the media quicker. It could get to your social media quicker. It could get to wherever it needs to quicker. Because think about the Rodney King incident years ago. If no one was taping that, no one would have knew that police brutality was going on.
Right.
They was telling people about it, but everybody was turning the other way. Yeah. And then they finally caught something on tape. I mean, they and then these guys talk about where he was trying to get up and attack us. This man didn't know if he was if he was on the moon or he was on Jupiter or he was on Mars. He didn't have no clue where he was. You getting hit and plopped upside the head with them billies, and you gonna say he was still trying to attack me. This man is trying to get to safety. But then you turn around and then they had the big riots. Yeah. Because of that. Yeah. You know, and a few brothers grabbed this guy out of his 18-wheeler and beat him well, he didn't die, but they beat him. They beat him senseless. And so therefore now, you know, we have all of this technology that sends it out quicker. Yeah. But guess what? That stuff is still going on in the hood, and ain't nobody, everybody's turning away from it. Still.
I'm scared.
Yeah. Like Ice Cube said, either they don't know, they don't show, or they don't care what's going on in the hood. Yeah. in what was the name of that movie? Something Boys. Oh my God, it just slipped my mind. Woo! Boys in the Hood.
Oh, yeah, something Boys.
yeah, Boys in the Hood. You know, which John Singleton, man, he did a great job at that point in time in our lives to let us know what was going on in the hood, and it still occurs today. And it's just it's a vicious cycle. You know, you kill somebody on my set, I come and kill somebody on your set, and then we go back to your set, and then another set will jump in, and we'll go to your set and kill up your set, and then we come back to this set, and ain't nobody got nothing. Wow. Going up out of here prematurely. Relations, we're gonna have all that. But man, I want you to know, man, that we can depend on our Lord and Savior, Jesus the Christ. Amen. Christ ain't his last name. Christ means the anointed one. And you know what? And now I'm going to go back. Sean Hannity. Yeah, I'm calling names. He used to get on my nerves calling Obama the anointed one. This man, and he claims to be a believer. Why would you even go that route, the anointed one? But he would say, that ain't what I meant. But hey, what is the anointed one that everybody knows?
Jesus Christ.
Who would it be? And he would sit there and talk about the anointed one. Huh? Get out of here with that. Man, I'm going to start a talk show. Talking about different subjects, man, because I'm versed. I'm ready. I do a lot of studying, a lot of digging into some stuff. You know, and now we got a bunch of gangsters in the White House in suits. We got a lot of shysters in the White House. Oh yeah. You do for me and I'll do for you. But all of that's getting caught up with. If you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. And I just might give you 3 houses in the process. Here you go. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this overturned for you. And they're getting caught up with. Yeah. And you know what? It's climbing this way all the way to the top. Oh, yeah. He's avoiding a lot of stuff right now, but it's getting closer and closer and closer every time they come out with an investigation or something's going on. Well, anyway, y'all, we're going to get back to some jams. Oh, yeah, I got my man Montel Jordan right here. He has been pastoring for a few years now. Y'all, if y'all don't know who I'm talking about, he's the guy that you might know the song "This Is How We Do It." But he's pastoring now and doing his thing. I don't know exactly how many years. I'm gonna check out how many years he's been doing it and where he's located. I think he's out in Cali doing his ministry, and I just thank God that he turned his arrow the other way. And so any old way, we're going to get this going. What is he doing? I get excited sometimes and I get tongue tied. Every now and then. Well, anyway, y'all, we're going to get back to some jams and we'll be right back. We'll talk a little bit deeper. Hey, and if you got any comments, which I'm about to check out, you got any comments, live chat your boy and we'll get it on, all right?
What's it gonna look like? What's it gonna be like? What's it gonna sound like? I wanna know. We're on a mission to get God's attention. Heaven is listening, so here we go. The angels all around are crying, holy, holy, holy. Praising with a sound that gives him glory, glory, glory. Shout it out, start shouting now.
Hey, Big Blue Nation, if you're looking for a pre-owned vehicle, Coach Cal, Coach Mitchell, and Coach Stoops know just where to go.
Big Blue Nation's source for Motor Trend certified vehicles.
Paul Miller Auto Outlet.
Every Motor Trend certified vehicle has been inspected with key items repaired or replaced.
And every Motor Trend certified vehicle comes with a comprehensive 6-month, 7,500-mile limited warranty
and a 72-hour exchange policy.
It's not just a car, it's peace of mind.
The coaches know best. Shop now at paulmilleronline.com.
This is Shot, CEO and personal trainer of the Shot Zone, loving you to life, inspiring you to get fit and healthy, right here on Gospel Sundays radio show.
Get on up with the morning crew. That means me and you, and maybe a cup of coffee and a donut or two, right here on Gospel Sundays radio show with Little JoJo. Richie's Fast Food, Lexington's finest for your soul food destination. We cater to your taste buds day and late nights, like fried whitings, potato wedges, southern sides, and down-home desserts. And I can't forget about the spicy chicken. Welcome home to Richie's, the home of spicy chicken. Be sure to check out my boy, yours truly, King David, with the King David Show, Mondays through Sundays, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m., right here on Gospel Sundays Radio Show. Have you heard? There's an all-new adult restaurant, Mr. Ed's Fun Dining, 937 Winchester Road, Lexington. Come enjoy delicious items on the menu like the jumbo fish sandwich. Come feel that wow feeling you get when you walk through the doors. Mr. Ed's Fun Dining, where food is served with a side of fun. Oh yeah, Mr. Ed's Fun Dining, located at 937 Winchester Road. Get on down there, get on out there, and enjoy some great food and great music. Oh yeah, my man King David of the King David Show, man, he does his gospel and jazz show over there, and so get out there and check him out. I think he's going on at 9 tonight, so you can check him out live and direct in full effect at Mr. Ed's Fun Dining at 937 Winchester Road. Hey, the first commercial that I played, talking about the Big Blue Nation, well, there's been some FBI investigations going on. And I tell you, I got to flap my lips real quick. You know, and I know every team in the nation, they got a little dirt on them and got a little dirt in their nails and under their feet and all, but man, it was, you know, all of our, man, I can't get it out because it hurts a little bit because we'll run our mouth about Louisville and then all of a sudden our name comes up in an investigation of the FBI rather, and I did say FBI. So anyway, some players got paid by the agents, by some agents, and we got one on the team this year that agent took him out to dinner, and you're not supposed to, go, let them people do anything for you, but what we debated about today. A bunch of us guys did. These players, the NCAA will use their numbers, their name, their images to bring in all this money. They advertise them on TV, radio, and all of this. And just as soon as this young man do something, they ready to put him under the bus. And these young men come to these institutions, and then I'm not saying break rules. It ain't what I'm saying, but the NCAA to me has to look at other issues and other avenues of not getting these young men in trouble, because a lot of these young men come from poverty. Mm-hmm. They come from poverty. They don't have anything more than most of them. and you get tens of thousands of dollars thrown in your face, you 18, 19-year-old man, that's tempting.
That's a lot of money, and they're trying to survive.
Yeah, and most of it don't. And the crazy thing about it, the money really don't go to the player. They give it to the mama, to the family.
Take care of home.
Yeah, trying to do it the best way they can. And so the NCAA, I believe, this is why. Now, I will say this. This is why the NCAA does not like Calipari that much, because Calipari actually wants to break the league away from the NCAA. He wants to get away from them, but, they got it so wrapped up. In other words, they would say they are a fat cat consortiums that just sits around and get fat off of everybody else's hard work. Think about it. These guys, and and they make it to where that these young men, they come in and they come into the institution, and like I said, they start to use their images, use their names, use all of this stuff as if they are NBA player already, or if they're an NFL player already, if they a baseball Major League Baseball player already,
right?
And so on in every sport. And so they use these things and they do these things. And, most people say, well, we believe scholarship is enough. No, it's not. It's really not. No, not these days. It's really not.
Yeah.
And then when you see one of these young men, they riding in a nice car and they came from the hood of Miami. Now, how did he get there? What do you think that's going to raise eyebrows? Me as a coach, number one, it's like, yo, where in the world did you get that car? Tell me it's some rich girlfriend you have.
Right.
Please. Or some rich, what they call cougar.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what they call an old man.
That's a good question.
A barracuda? But anyway.
A sugar daddy.
Yeah, sugar daddy. That's right. Like some people treat God like a sugar daddy. When you want something, that's when hey, baby. Jesus, I just thought I'd come by and holler at you. But anyway. So I think that the NCAA needs to do a lot of researching. Yeah.
Because they know they're not supposed to accept those things.
They
Or
do.
some of them.
They
some
do.
of them just get so tempted, I guess.
Of course. You're
Maybe
18, 19.
They're not going to get caught.
Right. You're 18, 19 years old. And what's so bad about it is these guys are sharks that offer them the money also. Because what they're really trying to do is reel them in to say, hey, I'm your guy. Hire me. I'm the man. I can get you this. I can get you this endorsement, that, and all this other stuff. Yeah. So they go and they tempt them with this money. I was on a low scale. Look, I was on the NAIA scale, and they was talking about giving me some stuff. Wow. You come on down here, man. We'll make sure that you gonna ride, you gonna eat, you gonna do all this. Wow. On that scale, I'm talking NAIA. What league is that? Unless you win it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not Division 1 or not even close to Division 2. And so it goes on in just about every school. I mean, I don't think if there's a squeaky clean organization out there, I would really, really love to know who it is and them come forth. He said, we ain't never paid no players or whatever. But see, in this instant, it's not really the schools that were playing them or the coaches. It was agents. I could be an agent and never talk to the coach, but just talk to you and your family and then offer you the money, and the coach would never know.
Yeah. So
that's probably what these kids are thinking. Well, coach ain't gonna never find out. Man, don't you know when you get on these teams, you now... if you the superstar, you best believe that you have a small paparazzi that's watching you.
Eyeballs everywhere.
Oh yeah. If you're the star on the team, you best believe that you're being watched. And then when you talk about and just not Kentucky was named, but UCLA, North Carolina, Kansas.
Was I asleep or something?
It just broke today. As far as I know, it broke news today.
Okay.
Early this morning, though.
I haven't heard any of this.
Yeah, it broke early this morning. Now, if it broke earlier than that, I didn't know anything about it. If it broke yesterday or last night, but I'm thinking it just broke this morning because it said breaking news. And you know, in ESPN, come on with it, and they said, well, this is FBI investigation, blah 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 blah. They made it sound like it was just going into investigation. Now, it couldn't be just going into investigation because then they started to name players. They started to name schools. So they've been investigating this for quite some time. You wouldn't even bring it out if you didn't have no evidence.
So do we have more than one?
More than one what?
One player? Here?
No, we have one here now, but we have some past players that got paid.
Oh, that's already gone?
Yeah, they're gone.
Oh.
They're gone.
What, they can't do nothing.
Man,
with
that's what I'm saying. You know, that this is where the NCAA has to know when to stop and where to start.
Right. You can't do nothing with them now. I mean, you should have already.
Look, to me, you might as well just stop it all.
Yeah.
Because just quit. Cut out all the athletics. Because if you gonna go back a few years, you might as well go back all the way to the 1950s, 60s, 70s.
Because they're not gonna make them like pay anything back, or they wouldn't do that, would they?
Well, in some instances,
that can happen.
It could happen, but a lot of players that like a young man that played for UMass, Marcus Camby. He took some money from an agent, and it kind of messed up the championships and different stuff like that, and they stripped them of their wins and all of this. But what that young man did, he got to the pros and he paid all that money back.
Wow.
He paid $100 and something thousand back.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's sometimes it's morally up to you as well. Mm-hmm. You know, and so you know, a lot of things that I may be speaking on, I'm not totally well versed in it, but well enough to know that the NCAA, in so many words, I just said corrupt.
Just put it on that. Yeah,
it's corrupt.
Yeah.
And like I said, you know, they using these young men's images and names and different stuff like that while they sit up on their president chairmans and boards and all of this and get fat and give themselves raises. You know, presidents, you know, how is it, especially when you're in a university that's a state university, and you give yourself a raise, but you don't give your state employees a raise. But if they do, it's like 10, 15, 20 cents. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, one thing about one of the candidates that was running for president a few last year or year before, at least he said it doesn't make any sense for someone to make 40 hours, do 40 hours on their job and they still struggle.
That's true. Make you think, okay.
I mean, really. I mean,
what's wrong for real?
Yeah. I mean, you know, if capitalism, it really wasn't built for the poor. You know, now if you poor, you know, some people don't possess the gift to get rich. Mm-hmm. They just don't.
Never been shown anything if you've never been taught. Or,
exactly.
You know.
You
just out there in the wind.
Yeah, and you working a 9 to 5 all your life. Mm-hmm. Your grandfather did, your great grandfather, grandmother, and all of them did, and then they passing it on down to you. You work hard, you do this, and all you getting is enough change to make it by.
Yeah.
So when these guys, they come out with this talent and they go to a school and all lights is on them and they have a chance to go to the NBA, what do you think's gonna happen? I want to change not only my life, but my whole family tree.
That's right.
Come on. So once again, I think the NCAA has to really think about this. Yeah. I think they really need to look and all these propositions 22 in other words, we use them as catch 22s. These rules, and they know that Proposition 22 is one of the most corrupt. I'm telling you, it goes by. It's everything that we look at. We look at race, color. It's almost like they take a census, and this is what this rule comes out of. And if a kid, he's good enough to play Division I, even go to the league, and this is where they stop this. You can't go straight from high school into the pros. You have to come to college. And so a lot of kids didn't have the grades, so they couldn't get in school. So what does that do? A lot of guys and girls that can't get into school mostly just turns to a 9-to-5 or to crime or whatever they need to do to make it. Man, you know how many ball players I knew that could have played pro ball. They just couldn't make the grades. And you take a kid.
Some of them are really intelligent.
Yeah. They just
not good test takers. Or
right,
whatever.
right. School
is boring, but
yeah,
intellectually they're sound.
See,
I know people like that.
You know me.
Yeah.
You look at my transcript, you'll be like, you's a dummy.
No, I saw Joe's transcript and I was like, are you kidding me?
Oh,
but
man.
He's so full of knowledge, just,
Because I tell you what, I was in another state. My parents had moved to another state, and I was in another state. And in the 3rd grade, we were already on Algebra 2. In the 3rd grade. We were already doing advanced English and different stuff like that. So when I came back to Kentucky, they put me in these general courses again.
And you was bored out your mind.
And I was telling them, I said, and I was showing them, and they kept me in these classes. Well, see, if I knew then what I know now, I would have protested. I would have did all types of stuff. But I accepted what they was giving me, so I kind of, I'll go with the, forget
and then
it.
You kind of in the era, too, where, they didn't want to see so many people get ahead.
Right, right.
No, you can't be that far along, and,
Right. And so I just accepted, and that's what a lot of kids do. They accept it.
Yeah.
And they said, well, I can't fight them by myself if I don't have anybody in my corner that's fighting for me. So what am I supposed to do? Go roll with the punches. And I can cram in one night and ace a test where people take some months and months and months and months to study.
And that is me. I mean, I can read something, I could go back and read it again.
Yeah.
But I cannot cram. I mean, that's just not. I've always been like that. I just can't cram. I have to really be prepared. So
right. I mean, you can give me some stuff tonight, and I'll go take the test.
You know it tomorrow. I don't see how people do that.
Yeah, man. So these kids, some of them are not. What's the word? Anyway, the education is not. They're not lacking in the education part, and so therefore, they make mediocre grades. And so it's not good enough to really make it into college and different stuff. You're not going to make it or what have you. And so it's just like if you do something and you do it well, but nobody will come to you simply because you don't have that piece of paper.
Yeah. Or the grades. 'Cause now, I mean, in colleges, you have to, your GPAs got to kind of be up there.
Oh, yeah.
I know, you know, when I was starting into my master's program, the first thing, I think they said I had to have a 3.4 or higher.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, but I had it.
Right.
I mean,
no, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, they don't, when you start to go up into the, like, what I guess they would call it the professionalism. Of
like getting into your masters and stuff.
And all that stuff. I mean, they don't cut no corners. They're like, you're not going to waste your own time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they really put a standard on you. When it's time for you to start that master's program, I mean, they put the colleges put the standard on you. Are you good enough to get in here to do what it is that you're supposed to be accomplished enough to do? So,
right.
You know, when I when I was ready to start my master's program, I got interviewed.
Right, and they interviewed.
And they interviewed me, and they was like, well, Mrs. Fields, you know, you very well prepared. I mean, from what I hear and from what, you know, this interview I've had, you're mentally ready and sound, and, you know, and your grades show it. They look, you don't think they don't look at them grades? Oh, they look at the grades.
Right.
You know, and, but like I say, I've not always been like that. I mean, I had to get myself there. I was not like that in high school. My transcripts did not look like they look, you know, like they look when I went to college. By far. I mean, I went from a C student to an A student going into college.
But you disciplined like that.
Well, no, I mean, I was disciplined when I was in high school, too. You didn't have to tell me to do this and that and the other. I just was not as focused as, you know, I was. And I was serious about what it was I wanted to do. And I think that plays a big role, too. And, you know,
well, of course,
what it is that you really serious about, you're going to do good at it.
That's true.
You know.
That's true.
And if you wasn't a good student and you have to, you know, go through that route of going to school and learning, then, you know, sometimes it's all about putting yourself in the position to settle down and really do the work, you know, whether you're a good reader, a good test taker or not. It's like, okay, I'm not a good test taker. I need to get me a tutor. I need to do, you just got to do what you got to do.
Right.
You know, so I don't know. I mean, that's just me, but everybody's different. And everybody's not a go to school and study and be, you know, everybody's not like that.
Right. But I tell you what's so crazy. When I wanted to go back to college and my advisor, he said, man, I need to get your transcripts and then we can go from there. I said, okay, I'll get them to you. Lo and behold, I get my transcripts. He checks them out. He's looking at me. He's looking at me. This look like, you really want to try to go to school? This is the look that he was giving me, and I know what he was looking at me about. He seen those transcripts and said, "Man, how did you even graduate?" I tell you, like Randall Burton said, you might have been a D student, but you got out.
But you passed.
But you passed.
That's what he said. It's a passing grade. You passed.
Yeah.
It may not be the best grade,
but you passed.
Yeah.
So anyway, what's the test you got to take? I forget the name of it again.
Your SATs or something?
No. When you out of school for a while, do you have to take that one test to even qualify? Man, it's slipped my mind.
Comprehensive.
Yeah. So when I went in, I said, yeah, I want to do it. So when I went in and he got back the test grades, he was like, he looking at me like, you had somebody going there and take a test for you. Because the algebra and all of that, man, I was boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And he was like, he looking at me like, okay, did he get out of that? Did he have a cell phone? Did he have, did he cheat? And you sit away from people you don't get to see.
Yeah.
You in a booth.
Mm-hmm.
And I was totally stripped of everything I could have cheated with. But see, that's what I'm saying about some of these students. When they put the proposition 22 in, the catch 22, a lot of kids that could have went on to be the pro. Now, go on to pros, Now, whether they got there or not, let's say they did, you know, you really take it. That kid is really a liability. Mm-hmm. But guess what? He is his own man. At 18 years old, if he'd ever went to college, he was straight to pro.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you get into the major leagues of anything, you pretty much become a man. Yeah. Because now you have to deal with men. Mm-hmm. As a little boy, still a boy, still a young man. Let me say this: still a young man, not a boy, but still a young man.
Right.
And so you have to grow up a little quicker. Mm-hmm. Dealing with a bunch of men that's in their 30s, late 20s and 30s.
Right.
You know, it's no joke when you take a young man that's 18, anywhere between 18 and 21 years old, and go, and now they in a league with men in there that's the average age is 25 to 35. And he's still an 18-year-old kid. That's what gets me about some of these commentary people, the way that they rag on some of these young men that's playing. Hey, they still 18, 19-year-old young men. They're gonna make mistakes.
Right.
And they're on them so hard sometimes. It's like, oh, he can't do. And you know, I find myself hollering, man, he's 7 foot tall. He can't even dunk the ball. Man, that dude he really still growing.
Right. And there we go again, mentally.
Yeah.
Where are they mentally?
Yeah.
Because all of them are not there. You know, they're just not mature.
Yeah. Exactly.
And they've gotten themselves out there. And if you don't have anybody that's there to coach you along, or to, you know, mentor you, or, you know, or if you are one of those that's just hard-headed, you're not going to listen anyway, you know, you just, you know.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, next month I got a young man, he's going to come on the show. Mm-hmm. And that's Brother Dave Gaden. And, you know, he's got a lot of information about how the parents deal with the kids with the parents, and the parents with the schools and different things of that nature. He's got a wonderful book that he just finished and everything. So he's going to come on. I'm not going to give too much away right now.
I've started reading a little bit of it.
Yeah, I've been reading it. I've been checking it out. So I'm not going to give too much of it up,
right?
Because I want it to come from his point of view, and because that's what the Lord gave him.
That's right.
You know, I can't speak on what the Lord gave him. I can only be what you want, what's the word? I can only be enhanced or what have you, you know, from what the Lord has given him, enhance my life and apply it to my life.
That's right.
And so, yeah, he'll be on here next month. He's been doing book signings and everything. So I'm real happy, you know, real glad, real happy for the brother, man. He's been, I could tell. Now he just came into our lives. What? About almost a year ago, maybe.
Yeah, he's been our morning crew buddy. Look, we don't see Brother Dave on there. We're like, where Brother Dave?
Hey, look, I know where he at. He out signing books. Come on here, brother. You famous, look, being famous on us.
Don't forget about the small people.
But he'll be here next month, man, and we're going to talk about his book and everything. It's beautiful so far of what I've read, and it's really a book that I think people need to pick up and know the difference between what's going on in the spirit and the natural.
That's right.
Yeah. So anyway, y'all, it's 8:30, and in 30 minutes, my boy, yours truly, King David, is going to hit you with the King David Show. If something else come up, we'll talk about it. You know, it's so much to talk about.
It is.
But one thing, you know what? One thing that we do need to talk about is prayer. We need to talk about prayer. You know, prayer is the communication line unto the heavens, unto God. And without prayer, you can't be led or guided.
Oh no.
You know, first of all, you can't pray amiss. Lord, just bless me. Lord, do it for me.
You got to be specific.
God is a specific God. What did he do to Noah? First of all, where did Noah get all that wood in the desert?
So you know there's a God. And I wish you guys could see his face.
How you take two fish and 5 loaves of bread, feed 5,000? Multiplication ain't right.
Ooh, it ain't right.
But we got a God that's all right.
God is an awesome God.
Man. And there's so many other miracles. How you turn the dirtiest water into wine.
Yeah.
And then boy, I'm telling you, people think that the Bible is a sci-fi movie. But it's real.
It sure is.
It's so real that we look at it the way that it is, and we don't realize that God is speaking in parables. And when you really start looking at things between the lines, when you speaking of parables, God wants you to use your mind. That's what he really wants you to do. That's why he said, keep it stayed on him.
That's right.
And he'll keep you in perfect peace.
My God.
And so therefore when you keep your mind on him, it's in perfect peace, because you start, believe it or not, you'll start to unravel what you would call mysteries, and they're really not. It's right there, plain and simple on the page. You know, it was a man that had 2 sons. You know, he speaks like this.
Not what I could be.
tell you. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Lord have
Look,
mercy.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm bringing her back to Lexington. I got to bring her back to Lexington to do a concert, and then I'm gonna get my girl, her best friend Erica, to come with her.
Oh my gosh, them two.
Yeah.
You gonna be laid out on the
Sister Carrie Jackman's daughter.
Oh my gosh, Erica and both of them can sing.
Yeah. Got to bring them both back for a concert, gospel concert, y'all. Because matter of fact, I already talked to Naisha. She said just let her know. Yeah. And then we'll get the plans together. I got to bring her back, y'all.
Lord have mercy.
I tell you, man, every time I hear that song, boy, I'm like, okay, where's Jesus at? Because I'm in heaven. Where you at?
You just hear the power in her voice.
Yeah.
She's singing from her diaphragm.
Woo!
Seriously. And with effortless doing it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, she gets done with the song and walk off like ain't nothing happened.
She make you feel like you can sing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Give me that mic. I love you, Jesus. Yeah, man. She boy. Woo. Now, now what I want to bring up is this.
Okay.
And I want to leave on a good note.
All right.
You know, we done talked about, this, that, rah, and the other, some issues. And there's some more issues that we're going to hit on a Friday night. Mm-hmm. Okay. But now I want to talk about Greater New Hope Christian Center, where our apostles are Apostles James and Gloria Smith. We have service. And I'm just not talking about your regular church service.
Church.
I'm talking. Yes. I'm talking the power of God. I'm not saying it because I go there. I'm saying it because the power of God is in that place. I mean, when you walk in, I walked in the other day. I walked in the sanctuary the other day to go get something that I needed, and I felt the power of God in that place. It's almost bone chilling when you walk in.
Oh yeah.
And so we are our Sunday services are at 11:30. But if you want to come to Sunday school and prayer power hour, that starts at 10. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, prayer has been powerful.
Oh my gosh,
God has been meeting us in prayer. People have been getting healed and delivered and set free. Yes. And man, I tell you, and then people are starting to come in by the droves again.
Oh my gosh.
Sometimes God got to do a pruning. Mm-hmm. He's got to do a pruning. He's got to get certain things out of the mix. Mm-hmm. It's just like your garden. Every summer or spring when it comes around, you gotta get out there and start to dig and put down new mulch and new dirt and all that. Sometimes
them weeds.
Exactly. You got to pull out the weeds so the roots can grow. And so that's what's going on at Greater New Hope. Now I want to say this. Anybody that's out there listening, if you got your pastor or apostle, your reverend, if you wanna put your service times and where you at, please do so. Live chat your boy. Put it on my live chat because people will see it. And I will announce it. Who which church or sanctuary to go to on a Sunday. Or whatever your midweek service is. As I was saying, every Sunday our services start at 11:30. But if you want to come to prayer power hour in Sunday school, it starts at 10. And I'm telling you, it's a blessing.
Yeah, especially if you come with a spirit of expectancy already.
Yeah.
Come and expect God to do whatever it is that you want him to do.
And
be specific about it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you got to come expecting. Don't come wondering what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And you come expecting.
And spectating.
Yeah.
Get your own blessing. Get your own healing.
Yeah. Yeah,
don't whatever it is.
Don't spectate, participate.
and don't be worrying about what people think.
That's right.
You know.
That's right.
If you need prayer, get on and get prayer.
Yeah,
and,
get on
and quit
get
worrying
on.
about other people.
Yeah, you keep worrying about other people, you'll never get to where you need to be.
That's right.
Because people are always going to talk about you. They always going to look at you strange, and you're going to have those people.
Right.
And, and let's be real. They sitting right up in the church.
Mm-hmm.
The devil go to church.
That's right.
Devil love church.
That's right.
Just don't apply.
That's right.
What you get from church. That's all he's concerned about. Just don't apply it.
Yeah.
He there clapping his hands too. He's doing them. He's doing it too. He's over there too. But you know what he's thinking? He said, man, and here's what the devil's thinking. I'm not going to ever be able to do that again in the kingdom of God. I'll never be able to go, as Apostle Gloria said last night, back to his heart.
My God.
And that's why he's so mad, trying to take out as many people as he can.
Because he can't do
And y'all quit thinking that the devil created fire. God did. Remember who he created the fire and brimstone for? He didn't say the devil created that fire and brimstone for himself.
You better say it.
It's the consuming fire of God. Whatever's in you that's not like God, ask him to consume it with his ever-consuming fire. And I guarantee you he can burn it out.
Amen.
But you got to let that fire burn. Oh, man. When I first said yes to Jesus, man, I was a nutcase. Boy, I was and ultimately I was telling the truth. I just wasn't doing it the right way. I was going to people, you saved? No, you're going to hell. You better get saved right now in the name of Jesus.
You're going to burn in a lake of fire.
Yeah.
That's all right.
And they started to run from me like I was the plague. I'm serious. I was wondering why people was running. Well, you know what? I wasn't supposed to hang out with those cats no more anyway. I was supposed to give them the unadulterated truth of God.
Yes.
But man, I did, boy. I did. But now wisdom came along with it.
Yeah.
Now I'm not trying to be we friends and we gonna go hang out, we gonna go to the club, we gonna do it. We ain't doing that. And a lot of them keep saying, I remember you used to. That's why I came out with that song. Used to be
a player.
But now I'm a prayer. Used to be a dope rhyme sayer, but now I'm a demon slayer. Used to be a shorty pimp, but now I'm a preacher. Used to be a loner, but now I want to reach it. Used to be a drunk sipping on gin and juice. Used to chase skirts, trying to knock them boots. Used to be a man with no direction. Used to be filled with lust for sexual attractions. Used to be blind, but now I see how the devil used me, how the devil abused me. Used to be a club hopper, but now I'm a church rocker. Used to be filled with dead man's bones. Used to be dead, but now I'm alive, filled with the Holy Ghost on the inside. Used to be filled with hate, but now it's love, and it all came from the Father above. That's right. I used to be.
Didn't know I could do that.
No. That's Quiet Storm over there. My backup.
Got flow.
You should have jumped up on the desk and started. But any old way, y'all, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna do another single. I'm gonna put out another single, man. I'm really I'm not saying. A lot of people's like, have you retired?
I keep telling him he hasn't retired.
and I love the radio thing. I really do, but I also still love my music too. So I'm gonna do another single before it's all said and done, and it's gonna be fire.
Well, you go ahead on.
It's gonna be fire. It's gonna set some souls free.
Thank you, brother.
It's gonna be fire. I'm telling you, yeah. It's gonna set some stuff. The Christian hip hop artists now. They their message is coming across. I get it. I really do. I get it. That you want to take one, you know, an old school song or something and remix it or whatever. I get it. But we still have to make the word where a child can understand.
That's right.
Regardless of what form it's in. It's got to be understandable. If it's not understandable, then it's going to go over people's heads. And the only thing that they got out of it was a good beat and rhythm out of it. If it's not provoking your mind to think about what's going on.
You said a mouthful right there.
I mean, the word is a provoking word. It provokes you to do better. It provokes you to be better. You know, it doesn't take you to a place and leave you there, and you're confused about why you there. It doesn't do that. Right. It leads and guides you into all truths.
That's right.
And so, therefore, the word has got to be plain and so simple that a child can understand. A child can't spell hippopotamus if he don't even know how to spell cat yet.
You're right.
You know, he's 2 years old. Spell hippopotamus. And he looking at you, Daddy, what's a hippopotamus?
But the truth. But the truth.
Yeah. What hippopotamus? You know, he can't even say the word. You know, and so therefore, you know, the word it's got to be plain where a child can understand.
And I believe it's plain where a child can understand, to cut out all the excuses. We can't say, well, I didn't know.
Right.
You know, I think it's made so plain to where, okay, you know, yes, you did know. You just didn't want to receive what it is that you read.
Right. That's right. You just didn't want to receive it.
You know.
Man, look. I'm gonna get into this last jam.
3 hours went so fast.
I know it. I know it.
Just having fun.
I know it. I need 5 more hours.
Oh my God.
We're going to stay until 4 in the morning. I might come back on at midnight tonight. Who knows?
He probably will. I'll be up under the bed, but you know.
Oh, man.
He can do his thing.
Oh, man. I tell you. But anyway, this is a remix. And I simply love. I loved the song when I was out in the world listening to it, but it was a nice song. It was about Curtis Mayfield, and it was a really nice. It was called "Be Thankful." Well, anyway, here it is, the remix, "Be Thankful," and then we're gonna get up out of Dodge, y'all. Anyway, here it is.
Escalade Cadillac, gangsta black walls, a TV Nintendo in the back. Oh, y'all, you may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you got. Just be thankful. Be thankful for what you got. For what you got.
I gotta thank God for everything that I got. That's the show for what I got. I would have not. So let me get on my knees. Thank you, Lord, I can breathe.
Thank you, Lord, for the trees and blessing me with my cheese.
So I can take care of my family like you want me to do. And do all the good deeds you want me to do. I don't have to sling in no more. My mama ain't stressing. All I do is write raps and rest. On Sundays I'm dressing. Well, I'm on to break for a sweeter day. I wanna be like the floaters and just float away. Gotta find a way to make a better day. What we all better do is we all better pray. But then I'm tired of this go spreading rumors that I'm preaching. But all I'm trying to do is basically trying to reach him. Y'all want to impeach Bill for cheating on his wife.
You ought to spend the 50 million saving somebody like
Just be thankful for what you got. Just be thankful. Be thankful
for what you got.
You gotta thank him for what you got right now, y'all.
Dedicated to my God on my CD. Thank you for everything you ever done for me. Thank you for the prayers that you answered for my mama. Thank you for the good time. Thank you for the drama. Thank you for the time you fed me when I was broke. Thank you for watching over me when I had to sling my dope. Thank you for being the understanding God that you are. For without your blessing, God, ain't nobody going for. I wanna thank you for when I was down, but not out. I knew it was a footprints in the sand, wasn't no doubt. And now for your player haters who counted me out. Look at me now, baby, like her. I wanna shout. I'm blessed with my home and blessed with plenty ends to spend. Big ol' Escalade truck, coupe, V12 Benz. Call me up, homie. I got the ends to spend. God bless me to be your only real last friend. I'm thankful for
what you got.
Be thankful now for what you got now.
Thankful.
What you got? You gotta be thankful.
Oh yeah, you gotta be thankful for what you got. Yeah, on the evening edition of the Gospel Sundays radio show. Thank you for listening, y'all, to your boy, your guy, your dude, little JoJo, and my girl Shot of the Shot Zone. Hey, y'all hang on in there because my boy, yours truly, King David, is gonna hit you with the King David show. So tell your family, your friends, and your pets to gather around the radio and continue to check us out because here at GSRS, we believe every day is Sunday. We love you. God bless. It ain't a thing you can do about it. Well, I got somewhere to go, and I hope you want to go with me, y'all. And that's to heaven. Let's go!